Have you ever heard of this? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Cayman style. Yep, that's it. That's what it's called. Quite a unique name, I know. Not a GT, not a T, not an S, and it actually sits between the S and the base Cayman, and it's a 4-pot. Yep, I said it. Also, when you do move into the interior, you can see something just over there on the steering wheel, and that is the chrono pack, meaning we can have some fun. Well, technically you can have fun in any Porsche, but chrono pack normally means the business. Now, in terms of the colour, which is quite brazen, along with the Gt4 wheels in white, it's called Ruby Star Neo. And I believe this colour actually has been on another Porsche back in the day, and it's only right that with the heritage that Porsche has, they include it on a modern car. Personally, it's not for me. I'd go for the greyish crayon spec over this, but the wheels, I quite like them, and they are Gt4 style wheels. In fact, I think they might be the same one as the Gt4, but in white. Cleaning it could be a bit of a pain. But wheels aside, you can't deny it's a Cayman, it's mid-engine, so it's going to be great to drive. Now, it's not going to have a 3-litre straight 6 in there, so the question is it going to be powerful enough? And is there any point in getting this over the base, or should you be just going straight for a Cayman S? Let's jump in. Now, for some, having a unique type of Cayman could be your cup of tea. But for 56 grand, is this what you want to spend your money on? More so the Porsche fanboys, would they want to drive a 2-litre 4-pot, which makes only 300 brake horsepower and 380 newton meters of torque? Now, don't get me wrong, it's not got that singing and dancing 3-litre straight 6 like many of the other Porsches, but when it does get going, it really wants to fly. Boy, oh boy. Now, I live and swear by this saying that anything around the 300 brake horsepower mark should always be a manual. Now, we're talking Porsche, so we know that the car handles out of the box like a dream and more than enough for most. In fact, probably 99.8% of the population. And that other 2%, if they did buy this car or were given this car for, say, a year, or they had an opportunity to have it for a year, they'd probably want it in a manual, because don't get me wrong, the paddles are fun and it's very sharp with it being the PDK, but with this size of an engine, you'd ideally want to be more engaged with the drive. And I know it's a common saying that manual's more engaging, but at this horsepower you definitely would get more out of the car if it was a manual. I'm not taking anything away from the PDK, it's still buttery smooth and savagely delightful. So something that I did see on the spec sheet was a PTV, which comes with the PASM device, which is all working in cohesion with the suspension, and that essentially means when you are pushing on and you get to some curvies, it works by braking the inside wheel, allowing the outer wheel to have more grip, and makes the Cayman an even more delightful car to drive. The question we're asking is, would you rather have this over a Cayman S, where a Cayman S would be 50 horsepower up and an extra 4 grand? Do you need the extra 50 horsepower? Or should you just get the base, because it's the same engine after all, and save yourself a few bob? It's debatable, and I'll leave you guys to decide. So the question is, how quickly does it get to 60? 6,000 RPM. Jesus, it's alive. So guys, that has been the video on the Cayman S. Let me know what you think, whether you go for the Cayman or the Cayman S with 50 horsepower more, whether this is enough for you and the spec is okay for you. But as usual, if you have found this video helpful, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, God bless.